Chris Byrd, former two-time heavyweight champion.
He is the pride of Flint, Michigan, the heavyweight no one wants to face, Chris Byrd.
Hi, I'm Chris Byrd with the Bird's Eye View. Today, I got women's champion.
Layla McCarter.
Layla McCarter. She had to say it for me. She junior. I know you're junior middleweight champion, and just a great fighter. How you doing, Layla?
Thank you. I'm good, Chris. Thanks for having me on the Bird's Eye View.
Bird's Eye View. Look, you just currently won the title, right?
Yeah, in September we went to South Africa and we fought in East London, South Africa. We fought this undefeated girl named Noni Tenge, and she was like a people's champion and all that. And, it was a really exciting event. It was packed. It was on national TV in South Africa, all over the country.
So you're a celebrity now in South Africa.
They know me there. They're
know
my
me.
people.
You know me.
It's my new country. It's my new second country. It's like, you know, I love the people there. I love the reception that we had. And, you know, I knocked out the girl, but they still invited me back. The government just recently invited me to do some seminars and clinics and talk about awareness with domestic violence and things like that. And so I'm really honored by that country and by, you know.
And they showing you all kind of love.
All kind of love.
I mean, that's women's boxing. It's great you bringing something special to women's boxing. But how did you get started in boxing?
Oh, I was in martial arts when I was 8 years old. I followed my brother into martial arts and karate, and then he went back to football and other things, and I just stayed in that route. And, you know, series of choices, I guess, you know. Went from karate, full contact, and then kickboxing and boxing.
you did it all.
But I found my way to what I really was born to do, was boxing, you know.
So when was your first, you know, training for boxing? When was your first fight?
I was about 15 or 16 years old when I first
Oh, for real? Like a first, was it an amateur fight or did you go right into pro?
Amateur, no. I had 12 amateur fights, but at the time, as Tracy Byrd would tell you, your sister, who was also a great fighter at the time, we didn't have a lot of amateur experience, you know, and 12 at the time, people were like, wow, how'd you get 12 amateur fights? Well, now women have 80, 90, whatever, you know, and they're in the Olympics now, so. Yeah,
so all right, talk about the Olympics, bringing up the Olympics. So when you started boxing, you know, you going through your bouts. How about they had Olympics? What do you think with your style and your skill set? You think you've been? Oh,
I'd be a gold medalist all day.
For real?
Yeah.
You know that for sure.
Well, eventually, you know, it took me a long time to learn my craft.
Yeah, but you know, if they had it like, okay, right now where you are with your skill set.
Oh yeah.
And you could try out for the Olympics. You think you'll make it?
Oh yeah. I wouldn't just make it though. I'd be like,
oh, you gonna win a gold medal.
Oh,
you know you'll beat everybody. That's how you're supposed to. That's how you're supposed to talk.
That's how fighters think. You know, we don't think anybody up here.
That's it. So you know, you boxing, you going along. You know, as far as an amateur, how was your first pro fight? And where was it? And how'd that come about?
I was boxing out of Spokane, Washington. We had a good group of amateurs up there. Dumont Welliver, the Wellivers, the Vassars, all these people. Danny Vassar was an Olympic coach. Senior. So we had a good team of amateurs and we went all over and, you know, for the tournaments. And eventually Mo Smith came to me in the gym and he told me he's going to do an all-women show. Mo Smith was promoting fights at the Coeur d'Alene Indian Casino there in Worley. And he convinced me to go pro. And so I took my first pro fight and I won. I was 1-0. And we were on the way.
That started. You got your first pro fight.
I got my first win.
So we're in Las Vegas right now as we speak, and that's where you're fighting out of. And as you're going through your journey as a pro, how'd you get to Vegas?
Oh, wow, yeah. So after that first one, I lost a few. So when I moved to Las Vegas, I didn't have a good record. I was fighting everybody in their hometowns. I was losing decisions here and there. And I came here, I was 1 win, 4 losses, and 1 draw. Nobody wanted to do nothing with me. So I came down to find a good manager. I said, I got to go to the boxing capital and give my career a shot. So I bought a car for $1,000. I drove down. It's supposed to last me a long time, right? It's a Nissan. 2 weeks later, the car busted on me, broke down. Wow. And I only moved with $500, so, you know, $32 a night in this little hotel on Industrial doesn't last. You know, eating Taco Bell, and, you know, I found, I booked a fight eventually at the, I was managing myself, which wasn't so good, but I fought at the Regent Hotel where there was also a heavyweight fighting. Yeah, I went to fight there. The girl didn't show up, and I didn't get paid. They were supposed to pay me some money, and I was broke. I was in desperation, you know.
Wow.
But a guy that I was sparring with at Nevada Partners introduced me to Tapia, who is my manager now and trainer for the last 13 years, you know. And it changed my whole future, you know.
Oh, big time. So your manager and trainer start getting you all these fights, getting you on the map, and you get started like that, and getting you into like title contention.
Yeah, he didn't want to mess with me at first. He said, you know, come down to the gym, we'll check you out. You know, he put me in the ring with a couple guys, and I sparred, and he said, well, what are you looking for? I said, well, just put me in a place to live, give me some food to eat for a month.
Money.
give me a place to live for a month, and I'll pay you right back. And I don't want anything, you know, free. I just want to work. So he said, okay. And he put me up, and he took care of me, and he started getting me fights, you know. I was with a different trainer. I was like, I'm not training with that guy. If you don't want to train me, that's fine, but I'm not going to, you know. But anyway. So we went all the way straight wins, and we got a call. We were training so hard. We got a call on 2 weeks' notice to fight for the world title. 7 fights after I got here.
Wow. For real?
Yeah.
And how'd that turn out?
Sandra Yard, and I beat her big time.
Sandra Yard?
Sandra Yard.
For
She
the
was
world title.
for the world title in featherweight division, 126 pounds.
So what was your record when you went into the world title?
I was like 7-4.
Hey, but your skill
Or
set
8-4, yeah. No, I'm sorry. I was like 11-4 and 1 draw, something like that. And so yeah, and that time that was like, you know, a lot of women didn't have a lot of fights. But that's how it was.
So how was it feeling like you won the world title?
It was fantastic. I beat her from round 1 to round 10. I knocked her mouthpiece out. It was like a dramatic movie fight. It was incredible.
Well, it's a movie. Where you come from?
It was amazing.
You know, getting to Vegas.
All the things that happened and all the things that brought me to this point. It's like amazing, you know.
Yeah, because you went through the channel. I know you fought my sister 3 times. You know.
3 times in one exhibition. We fought 4 times.
You beat her 3 times. You know.
No, but you know what?
And I think
all those fights.
She still want to get her back. You know, like people, the Byrd family. You know, we don't quit. We gonna chase her.
You never know. It could happen again. You never know.
I got her here right now. She ain't leaving this place till she gets for me.
Every fight was close. Every fight could have gone either way with Tracy. Tracy was a good fighter, awkward fighter. And we had some good battles. I mean, we fought in Colorado. We fought in Reno. We fought wherever the fights were. Vegas.
Yeah, I fought everywhere.
Everywhere. You know, that's what women do. We go all over the country, all over the world, and wherever the fight is, that's where we go. We don't have the luxury sometimes of having steady promoters, and you know, that's why women's records are often messed up. Even fighting for world titles, they got a bunch of losses, but you see that it's because of the way we came up. And also that we have our amateur experience as professionals, so we're still learning it when we get in there.
Now they got an amateur system with the Olympics, with the women in the Olympics, and they can hone their skills.
Can only get better
and get a better chance. That's great. So where you are now, you're the 154 junior middleweight champion. Get ready to defend it pretty soon?
I'm not sure if I'm going to defend that belt or if I'm going to drop back down and go for a welterweight belt. That's one weight class I skipped. See, I wanted a featherweight. I skipped the junior lightweight, but I got a lightweight belt, junior welterweight belt. Wow. I still need to collect the welterweight and maybe a junior lightweight.
That's where you want to go.
Nah, I don't care. You know, I'm a lightweight naturally. I'm a 135, 140 pounder. So somewhere around there would be comfortable, but wherever the fight is, that's where I go. Same way in the weights.
That's it. So
whether the champion's in Argentina and she's
you don't care where they are. I'll fight you. I know you're a world traveler.
And I might bring him to South Africa and fight next time because the government might have me fight there in September.
Wow, they showing you mad love. You don't get no love in America.
Yeah, I mean, and it really touches my heart because of all that they went through with the political history, you know, the apartheid and all the things, and you know, adopt this little white girl from America. It's a really a reaching out, and it touches me. You know, the people are incredible.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, that's a great story all the way through. And that's part of.
I'm crying. You got me crying.
You got brother. I wasn't but that's a great story all the way through. I mean, I've been knowing you not like real close for years, but you know, since when I lived in Vegas, you know, seeing you box. Well, of course, I know I've seen you box 3 times at least. You fought my sister 3. And an exhibition.
And I know your family, your parents were always there with Tracy, supporting Tracy.
Always.
I love your family, man. The Byrd family. They're real special people to me.
We decent. As long as you owe you no money, we all right. But if you owe
just don't get in the ring with them. Don't get in the ring with them. Don't.
Yeah, we'll fight everybody. But Layla McCarter, I got your name right.
McCarter. Pretty
McCarter.
close.
McCarter. I don't say McCarter. It's McCarter. Knowing her, great fighter, world champion, and just an all-around good girl. So,
thank you.
You know, in closing, what's your goals? The rest of your goals for your career. You know, what can you accomplish more?
You know, I've done everything in this sport. I've set a lot of records. I've broke a lot of things. I've changed the rules to allow women to fight 3-minute rounds in the state of Nevada.
Oh.
So women that want to fight 3-minute rounds have the right to in Nevada. They just have to ask for it. And since I've changed the rule, I exclusively fight 3-minute rounds here. And I fought up to 12 scheduled rounds, which is the first time thing too.
You fought 12 rounder.
No, I stopped them both in.
Oh, well, it was scheduled for 12.
But it was scheduled for 12.
That's even better.
You know, we had a couple of them, but they
out.
didn't make it. Yeah.
Knock them out. That's good.
It's kind of strange.
That's good.
But I think that the extra minute of each round gives good fighters the opportunity to get the rhythm right.
Yeah.
If you notice in fights, the last minute of every round is the most exciting.
Yeah.
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 So, you know, when you have 2-minute rounds, we're just getting started and ding ding. Like, what the heck, you know? And you can't get a good assault going until the last minute. Yeah. Sometimes, and I think it would benefit women's boxing to be in the same rules as men's boxing, so we can say, look, we're doing the same thing. Yeah. Now let's talk about equal money. That's the next step. But
okay.
You know, one thing at a time.
Yeah, that's good. Hey, thank you for your time, Layla.
Oh, thank you, Chris.
Hey, God bless you, and I hope you win more titles, defend the titles, and be that that girl for women's boxing.
Thank you.
You got the bird's eye view. Subscribe to the channel. You got Layla McCarter, former I know I said it wrong.
That's all right. McCarter. Yeah.
McCarter. You got her. And
I'll be writing a book soon too. So all this stuff is going to be in the book, and then some. And we'll come back on the bird's eye view and talk about it then.
And you know it. Thank you for your time. Subscribe to the channel.